Hello everyone. Good evening to all. I welcome you all. So today we have Vivek with us to share his journey. Vivek, good evening.
Good evening, Sia. Can you hear me properly?
Yes, we can hear you. How are you, Vivek?
I'm all good. How are you?
Yeah, we are doing good. So I welcome you, Vivek. We want to know your journey from being a student at DataMites and successfully landing a job. So, can you walk us through your journey? So, I hope, I think you are currently working as senior data scientist as Mphasis.
Yeah.
If I'm, yes. So, you can walk through your journey.
Sure, Sia. So it's an honor to be here, and thanks for having me. So first of all, good afternoon, everyone. So currently, just wanted to give you my, passionating journey of data science. As you all know, today, data science is like a passionating world in this, IT career. So my name is Vivek Choudhury. I'm currently working as a lead data scientist in AI team of Mphasis, and our team specialize in the modernization legacy platform. And this is one of our flagship product which has already been launched in the market, which is known as News Data. And in this product, like we help to design the organization, unlock the true potentials and their data. But my journey is not my role of this journey wasn't just straightforward because I started as a Python developer, to be honest, and then later I transitioned into data science. So as the journey is fueled with my passion for the data because I love the data a lot and the determination to make the difference. And so today I will just walk you through my story. So I hope like you will be able to inspire some of you and consider as a career in the dynamic field. So just to start with, from the Python developer to the data scientist, how did I make a switch? So it started with 10 years ago, like a decade ago, while I was working as a Python developer. So I often found myself, integrating by growing data trends. So I always wanted to understand how the data can be harnessed into to make more prediction and optimize the process and solve the real world problems. So that kind of curiosity lead me to enroll in the certified data science, which is the CDS offered by the DataMites. So I was very much blessed and fortunate enough to get the mentorship under the Ashok Veda, sir. And I learned foundation concept of data science there. I learned the machine learning, deep learning, and the transition wasn't that easy, but it was incrementally rewarding. Like I learned many key lessons and challenges. So the key lessons which I wanted to just share you across is like when I started switching, right? So one of the biggest challenge was just to shifting the mindset of the potential programming because if you know, right, Python programmers are completely into produce, into just programming concept. They don't think about what could be the data driven solution, right? So it is always be a challenging role to shift towards a data driven solution. So just understand the pre-processing of the messy data, choose the right model and interpret the results required for the different skill set. So initially, so it's like a very much steep learning and very much daunting, but breaking into a smaller piece, manageable steps help me to stay back on the track. So I learned many things. First is the passion for learning. So you always have a particular field of data science which is very vast and ever evolving. So currently also if you learn about the LLM, it's currently evolving. Every day new models are there in the picture, right? So what worked as yesterday might not work today. So continuous learning is not an option, it's a necessity. Okay, just to be sure about it. And just to make your journey very small. So just start with small and dream big. So initially when I first started, I didn't dive into advanced algorithms straight away. I began with this basic linear regression decision tree and then gradually moved to some complex kind of model. Okay, and now currently I'm into neural network, CNN, and also currently into deep new that machine learning and also LLM kind of things. So most over, like whenever you are determined about a particular thing, then small step can be added to your confidence and to your skill. And the third thing is like the power of mentorship, like having a mentor like Ashok Veda. So he made a huge difference. Like he is a very good mentor, first of all, and he helped me a lot in just to navigate the complexity of the field, produce the guidance, and also accelerating the learning curve. And also last but not the least is like the embrace challenges. Like data science is not just to writing the code, it's just not about writing something more often like how normal developers do. Okay, it's like about how you solve the real world problems. It's like you face the challenges, you face the messy data, unclear problem statements, sometimes even failure can happen, but you need to embrace, you need to be your best teacher, then only you can be able to achieve it. So this is what I have learned, and I have transitioned to the data science career.
That's really insightful, Vivek, and definitely the person who comes from Python developer to switch it to the data science, right? It's a little tough. So how you managed when you took sessions in DataMites? Okay, how are the sessions and how you manage this switch from Python developer to the data science? Because machine learning and all little difficult at first to grasp, right? But later on when you go through that, when you go understand about it in detail, so it gets easier. So how you managed during that time?
The thing is, like, I always try to stay motivated, and as already I said, I am very much into data. I know the data very well. So the real motivation is like how I can use this in a real world scenarios, like seeing my world, like seeing what's just a sec. Sorry for the interruption. So just understand this way, like if you are building something, a predictive model, okay, and like how this predictive model can work, and you have some sort of knowledge about your things, so definitely that thing will be able to motivate you, because the real motivation comes when you start doing some work, when you start seeing the work in your real life things, then only it will be a game changing. So that's the reason I stay myself motivated. I reinforce the idea wherever I can, I was in, whether I was in the right path or not. But with respect to the data, with respect to the predictive model, wherever I was getting some sort of insight from the data, definitely it motivates me to be in that track. So that's the reason I shifted, and just that's now I'm into, currently into AI things now.
Wonderful, wonderful, Vivek. So, any study pattern you followed when you were studying at DataMites, so that you can, so usually, which we tell the students that every day you have to follow at least 2 to 4 hours for whatever concepts we are teaching. So, any study pattern you followed during your learning period over here?
Yes, I do. Like, I got to learn, like, I don't follow any sort of pattern, but definitely through this course, I got to learn the concept of data science, the machine learning, the deep learning, and all. And also, I just get to understand like the theoretical concept first, like why this particular thing is like that, why this kind of data needs to be, cleaned up. So I need to understand that. So that particular thing, motivated me and showed me to apply some sort of, data science algorithms which can be used in the real world scenarios. So let's say if you are a certain a Python developer, and if you are something like a big data developer or something like that. So you have a knowledge of coding, you have a knowledge of Python programming language, big data programming language. You know how the ETL kind of things work. You know how the processes works. But in the world of data science, you need to understand the thing what kind of data you're holding. Is it a what kind of industry data it is? Like, is it a let's say domain specific data? Let's say it's financial data, or it is machine learning, or it kind of a machine learning kind of data, or it's like kind of a you know something like that manufacturing kind of data. So you need to understand the pattern of the data, so that you will be able to understand what algorithm you need to fit in, what all machine learning models you need to fit in. Then only you can gradually learn and then go ahead with that.
Yes, yes, absolutely correct, Vivek. So, tell me something about your internship period, Vivek. What kind of internship projects you did over here, and did those internship projects help you in your interview during your interview time or during your the jobs which you are currently doing? Did they help you in any way?
Yes, definitely. Like as I said, transition from a core Python developer to a data science, it's like a very challenging thing. So definitely, it helped me a lot because Ashok Veda sir given me a brief overview about like the problem statements, the real world kind of problem statement. I learned about how the supervised, unsupervised machine learning worked that particular time because that period of time, data science, what was not in the picture of industry. Okay, so people were adapting that. So, but in that particular period, when I was trying to use it in my real world scenario, in my current office work, definitely it was helping me and also motivating me to use it. So, real world kind of statements, real world kind of, problem where I was solving. So, it helped me a lot there. And also, Ashok Koita sir has always helped me to, give me all sort of clarification about what this particular model does, why this model is needed to be used in this particular data statement, what all, let's say, what are handling method we can make use of, why this particular data needs to be cleaned up, what is overfitting, what is underfitting, every sort of things I got it clarified, which helped me to crack any sort of interviews.
Okay, that's great to know, Vivek. So now about interviews, since you talked about it, tell me something about interviews, Vivek. When you gave the interviews, what kind of questions were basically asked? Were the questions during interviews were more practical sort of questions, or were there any questions like some data was given? Were you told to get some insights from that data? So what kind of questions were there any programming questions? So if you can share us something about that.
Yes, to be honest, just if to just learn a data science, you just need not to, you not to be pro with the programming language like Python. You just need to understand the pro basic, some sort of basic knowledge about Python. Like there is one course which has already been given at the start of the course is like basic of data science, where they taught us about the pandas, NumPy, these kind of packages, how these all sort of data exploratory analysis, how we can get the insight from the data, do such kind of data exploratory analysis using these packages. So these are the normal steps which are needed in day-to-day life for the data science work. But yeah, definitely there are multiple packages in the market where we make use of just to get the data insight. So those kind of things has already been taught. And in my in my interview, they didn't ask me some sort of very much deep much Python coding things because they already knew that I am into Python things. But I got to know when I was giving the interview, they were asking me some sort of like create a data frame from this particular data, what all data manipulation things we can do. So some sort of very basic kind of data science questions they asked. And also they asked me to relocate the outliers. They asked me to how we can find out, how we can fine tune this model, what are the activation functions. So these are all the basic things which they generally wanted. Like being an interviewer or being an interview, these are the basic things that that is there they usually ask.
Okay, okay. So that's how usually the interviews are conducted.
Yeah.
Great, great, great. So tell me, Vivek, currently you are working as a senior data scientist at Mphasis. So what kind of work you are doing over there, and what kind of tools you are currently using in your current organization, if you can share about that.
Definitely. Just in my current role, like I'm involved in multiple works of data science, from the developing machine learning models to ensure that they are production ready and scalable. And also like with this news data, which is our product. So we focus on the more modernization legacy platform. We enable an organization to make use of better data-driven solutions. And also my day-to-day work oftenly collaborates with the, collaborative team functionalities and also solving the complex data problems. And also we are fine-tuning the LLMs, trust strategizing in on how to optimize it in our solution for the better performance. So currently, if I may say, like this NeoZeta is a legacy platform where we are modernizing all the legacy COBOL or any sort of natural kind of language to the latest languages known as Java, .NET, Python. So this is how we are creating this particular modernization tool, which can help the data scientist or business analyst, also the product owner, to understand the flow of the code and also understand to create their own code by themselves. So this is the modernization tool which we are using, and also we are making use of LLMs to enrich our platform.
Okay, Vivek. So, tell me that we all know that SQL is the one of the most important, you can say, skill any data scientist, not only data scientist, data analyst, everyone should have. So, other than SQL, which you can say skill anyone should possess to work as a data scientist or data analyst? What do you think? We should give more focus on that skill or to improve.
Thing is, like SQL is definitely an indeed skill which is required for the data science. Like when you do all sort of let's say ETL kind of work, and also when you are into, let's say, kind of doing some sort of data transition work from one platform to another platform, or let's say data ingestion kind of work. There, the SQL will be required. In but to be honest, like whenever we are dealing with, let's say, complex, LLM kind of queries, and also, let's say, Sparkle queries where we need the data to be transformed. So definitely, we require some sort of SQL knowledge to get to adapt, so that if a query is given to the LLM model, so the person should be able to understand first before feeding it to the model. So a bit of knowledge will always be required.
Wonderful, wonderful, Vivek. So, any tip you want to give to our all the listeners that how we can make our profile visible to the interviewer so that you will get multiple calls from you can say interviewers. So, any tip you can suggest?
Yes, sure. Like I have got to know with multiple myth, like only the math professional should be able to understand the data science. Only the coding professional will be able to crack the data science interviews. Nothing like that. It's like if you don't have any sort of background in statistics, any sort of advanced programmings to begin with, so you just need to start learning some sort of basic, like learn Python. Okay, just there are a couple of internet courses are there in the market. Go to Coursera, DataCamp, DataMites, practice the real world scenarios, and participate in sort of Kaggles and all competition open source project which is there in the market. You should leverage those platforms. And also, if you get some sort of insight about it, then try to get formal certification if necessary. It's not mandatory to get certified, but definitely it's a great way to structure your learning and demonstrate your commitment to the potential, employers. So my CDS course, just from through the data science, is instrumental in providing me and a great, clear roadmap in on sort of data science experience. So I will definitely recommend people just to understand the basic concept of math, statistics, just to build the interpreting model. So however, you don't need to be the right expert in that, but just get the fundamental, just get the process, deep delve into like linear algebra, probability, and optimization. Then only you will be able to understand. So there is some sort of misconception which I was talking earlier about the coding and all. So data science is not about coding, first of all, to be very honest. So while coding is an important aspect of the data science, but data science is a broader picture, to be honest. So it tries to it tries to solve the real world problem. It tries to give you a critical thinking and also a deep understanding of the business context, what a business need from you. With the help of the data science, with the help of that communication, you will be able to convey your finding. So that's how the data science work. It's like you are getting the insight from the data. It's just something like you have a data, you have something, and traditional ETA process is going on, but how you can make use of data to get the insight, that's what the data science is. So you need to understand the deep learning about it. So depending on your role, you can be specialized, and like although you can start with any sort of traditional machine learning techniques, so where you are very much comfortable, you can explore that advanced topics, then you can align into your interest and jobs. So there are multiple things, okay, in data science. You shouldn't be restricted to in a certain domain. Just explore and learn about it. Then only you will be able to understand. So to start, so the beginner can start with any sort of predicting house prices or analyzing customer chunk prediction. So gradually they will be able to understand like how the prediction model works, how the supervised and supervised machine works. What are these actually, and why these are required based on the data. So you will be gradually take more complex project just to understand the basic involving the real time forecasting. So these are all the things which will be there in the later on stage, like the NLP, natural language processing, recommended systems, and also like currently the LLM. So with that, you will be able to enhance with the market goals.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, a lot of tips you have shared with our listener. That's great, Vivek. So, we can see some of the listeners have asked queries
Yeah,
on Q&A. So, we will start answering them one by one. So, the
yeah.
first listener is asking, what are some of the biggest challenges you have faced in your career, and how did you overcome them?
So the biggest challenge is like when you are, let's say, very much blind about any sort of data, and you don't know what exactly you need to know. So you don't have any room to go with. There, you then first of all, I then communicated with my stakeholders, understood the pattern, understood the flow, what exactly is needed for the business, what is our goal. Based on that, try to make use of some algorithms which are really need to fit in that, and based on that I try to leverage and try to create my own models there. So this is how the things, like in each and every market and each and every project, you will be having a problem. In my current project also, we are facing so many of problems with the LLM. Like some LLMs is giving us this particular accuracy, some LLM is not providing us that accuracy. What embedding method we should make use of so that our model can provide more fine-tuned results when we do the retrieval search. So these kind of things will be always there in our head. So try to learn, try to get into it, try to understand what this particular embedding model is used for, why this is required, what all datas are being trained on this embedding model. So these kind of things will definitely help you to succeed.
Yes, definitely, definitely, Vivek. So one of the listeners is asking, he's a fresher to this field of data science. So what information he can include in his resume? So if he can inform, or you can say mention his projects in the resume. That's what he's asking.
Okay, so as a being a fresher, like you can start start involving project like predicting house prices, analyzing customer chunk prediction, and then you can gradually take the projects with time. But getting this in, because these projects are very good projects, and to be honest, like people will ask multiple questions with that project, because many people will be able to understand your core model, what you did in the customer chunk prediction or the how prediction house prices. So definitely simple projects you can make use of, learn so that you can be able to, give up theoretical answers when they ask something detailed questions with that projects.
Yes, yes, that's a correct suggestion, Vivek. So, one more student is asking Neha, while preparing for an interview, is there any main topic to prepare?
Mm, as there's nothing called main topic. Data science is very vast. So whatever things you have written in the CV, you should first be prepared with those concepts. And also, yeah, be prepared with all the basic terms which we generally use in the data science. So definitely you should be prepared with those. So starting with like algorithms, learn all the algorithms which are there in the market. What are supervising algorithm, what are unsupervised algorithm, and also understand the mathematical intuition of all the things, like bias variance trade-off, of, and also just understand these kind of things. And also you understand, L1 regularization, L2 regularization. So these are all the basic questions interviewer might ask when you just give any sort of data science interview. So you should go ahead and do that.
Wonderful, wonderful, Vivek. So can we have more questions, listeners? You can use Q&A to ask your queries. Vivek is there to answer your all questions. So Vivek, when you completed your course at DataMites,
I
I
I
definitely
believe like Feb 2017 or like
17. That's
said
quite long back, right?
yeah,
Before pandemics, you can say
yeah.
that. All right. So
So
that
it's a
time,
very long, yeah.
long time,
That
and
time,
only Ashok
yeah.
sir was there, I suppose, during
Yes,
that time.
Ashok is there. Ashok Veda sir, yeah.
Great. So now we have a lot of, you can say, SMEs who teach now students, and we have, you can say, we are there in Pune, you can Hyderabad, Chennai, and we have reached a long, right, you can say, list of cities.
Yeah.
So wonderful
That's
to
great to know.
have you back at DataMites after such
Yeah.
a long time.
Yeah. And I will definitely recommend like all my junior peers and all my folks to just learn something from a course where they are providing you some sort of, knowledge from the scratch. Because nowadays, when you open any sort of YouTube, you won't be getting that knowledge. Well, to be honest, because I do learn many things, but you need to be precise about what you're asking, then only YouTube will be able to pop up those videos. So, but in data mites, you will be able to understand the basic knowledge. No one will be able to make you understand what is the black box there in the data science. What is the things which are happening under the hood. So definitely these things made very much clear to me now, and I'm now be able to solve a bit in my real world scenarios.
Yes, absolutely correct. So YouTube, everything is available, but
Right.
mentors will not be available. So
Exactly.
you can actually see
Whatever your
the
questions, like your silly questions might not be, they won't be able to answer that.
mentor.
And whether it's a silly, whether it's a, advanced, you shouldn't be, so much, I can say, I'm not getting that word, but definitely you shouldn't be so much into not asking people about the stuff. So you should be going ahead and asking whatever you want so that you will be able to learn it. So I believe like learn like a donkey, you will be able to understand and learn everything there.
Yes, absolutely true. So, team, do we have any queries from other platforms, LinkedIn or YouTube? I suppose no. So, yes, wonderful. That's wonderful. And thank you so much, Vivek, for your time. That was really insightful. And I hope everyone got lots of information from you. And thank you once again from your busy schedule. You took time and spent some time to share your knowledge and experience with us. So once again, congratulations on your achievements, Vivek, and so best of luck for all your future endeavors. So thank you so much once again for coming and sharing your knowledge with us.
Thanks, Dia. Thanks for having me. And I'm always happy to have, and I'm really, excited to see you again. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vivek. Yeah, bye.
Bye bye.